Dear graduates, on behalf of the Florida State University Alumni Association, I want to congratulate each of you as you join more than 371,000 living FSU alumni around the world on this special day. I'm Dan Berger, class of 1989, and chair of the FSU Alumni Association National Board of Directors. It is a massive achievement to graduate from Florida State. Your degree will take you places you never could have imagined. It will open doors, keep doors open, and connect you to each and every Seminole you meet for the rest of your life. Use what you've learned here, as well as your talents, to reach the world for good. Rise to meet each challenge with the unconquered spirit of Florida State University. I hope you'll find your home in this amazing alumni community by joining one of our 53 Seminole clubs in the United States and abroad, or by joining our many networks, including the Young Alumni Network. I also encourage you to become a member of the FSU Alumni Association, where you'll have access to networking, career resources, entertainment, and much more. Congratulations, and welcome to the FSU alumni family, and go Noles. Dear graduates, on behalf of the Florida State University Alumni Association, I want to congratulate each of you as you join more than 371,000 living FSU alumni around the world on this special day. I'm Dan Berger, class of 1989, and chair of the FSU Alumni Association National Board of Directors. It is a massive achievement to graduate from Florida State. Your degree will take you places you never could have imagined. It will open doors, keep doors open, and connect you to each and every Seminole you meet for the rest of your life. Use what you've learned here, as well as your talents, to reach the world for good. Rise to meet each challenge with the unconquered spirit of Florida State University. I hope you'll find your home in this amazing alumni community by joining one of our 53 Seminole clubs in the United States and abroad, or by joining our many networks, including the Young Alumni Network. I also encourage you to become a member of the FSU Alumni Association, where you'll have access to networking, career resources, entertainment, and much more. Congratulations, and welcome to the FSU alumni family, and go Noles.
Good evening. Good evening. Please be seated. We are happy to have you with us. The ceremony will begin in a few minutes. I have two requests. First, when it's time, please stand for the processional, the national anthem, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the recessional. My second request is that except for the times when I've asked you to stand, please remain seated throughout the ceremony. The ceremony will last 1 hour, and we respectfully ask that you stay until the conclusion. During the conferral of degrees, a professional photographer will photograph each graduate walking across the stage. You will receive proofs of the pictures, but there is no obligation to buy them. And finally, we ask everyone please to silence your cell phones. Thank you. And again, we are glad to have you with us.
Well, good evening. How you doing? Yeah. You know, we're here to have a little fun, right? So let's hoot and holler and yell and scream and all that for our graduates. Yeah. I'm John Thrasher, President of Florida State University. Thank you very much. Thank you. I want to welcome you to our spring commencements. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and the singing of our national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Thank you. You may be seated, please. I'd like to thank Assistant Vice President Jay Terry for leading our pledge. I don't have to tell you, we're assembled here this evening to pay tribute to our graduates. I'm so happy about that. They worked hard to earn their degrees, and today we know they'll embark on some new journeys. On behalf of all of us at Florida State University that are assembled here tonight, as well as the other folks that care so much about your future, we congratulate you and wish you every success. You know, I'd like to take a minute at the beginning to recognize some of the remarkable achievements of our students that are graduating tonight. So I'd ask you to stand. We'll turn the lights up as I call out various achievement areas. If you graduated with honors in your major, would you please rise? Honors in your major. There we go. Thank you. If you're a member of the Garnet and Gold Scholars Society, please rise. All right. If you're graduating cum laude, please rise. Thank you. If you're graduating magna cum laude, please rise. Thank you. And if you're graduating summa cum laude, please rise. Wow. Fantastic. And last but not least, if you're graduating with a perfect 4.0 grade average, would you please rise? Wow. Thank you very much. I told the last group and a couple others I could have added all of my grade point averages together and they wouldn't have been 4.0. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. One of the other things that we like to do at Florida State is distinguish our graduating veterans, our active duty personnel, our graduates of our ROTC programs with red, white, and blue honor cords in recognition of their service to the United States of America. If you're among that elite group, would you please stand that we may thank you for your service to our nation. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to recognize our special guests on the platform and ask them to please stand as I call their names. Dr. Jay Terry, again, our Assistant Vice President for Academic Affairs. Thank you, Jay. Dr. Adrian Stevenson, the Assistant Dean of the Graduate School. Dr. Annette Schwabe, Associate Dean of Undergraduate Studies. Dr. Larry Dennis, Dean of the College of Communications and Information. And Dr. Jim Clark, the Dean of the College of Social Work. And certainly last but not least, in my house anyway, is the First Lady of Florida State University, my wife Jean. On this occasion, graduates, I think it's also appropriate for us to recognize that for most of you, this day would not be possible without the assistance and support of your parents, your spouses, other members of your family, and certainly friends. So graduates, please take a minute. We'll turn the lights up. Again, please stand, look for your family and loved ones in the audience, and let's salute them with our applause. Please rise. Thank you very much. Joining us by video is our student body president, Mr. Jonathan Levin, who has a few words of welcome. Jonathan.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Levin, this year's student body president, and let me start off by saying congratulations. Today is about us, to look back on the good days, the bad days, and think about the memories we established right here at Florida State University. Around 1 year ago, we were sitting in our living rooms with what it seemed to be like our world in shambles. Some of us were thinking we would return to campus quickly, when others were thinking the exact opposite. None of us truly knowing what was going to happen. But here's what I do know now. The class of 2021 is beyond resilient. Students from across the globe, but especially here at FSU, redefine what it means to be unconquered. But now we have an opportunity. The opportunity to take the skills we were taught, the strengths we acquired, and the character we have developed into what we call the simulation out into the world. As Seminoles, it is our duty to be the shining light in a room full of darkness, to stand when everyone else is sitting, to live a life with a moral compass in hand, and to seek excellence in all that we do. Now, that's all the advice I truly have, especially from someone that's your age. So if you remember anything from this speech, remember a 4-letter word: home. Here at Florida State, many of us have found a home, a place where we sat in a room together and discussed big picture ideas on how to further our institution, a place where we learned theories and lessons to develop us as individuals, a place where a random roommate turned into a lifelong friend, a place where you might have fallen in love or heartbreaks might have occurred, or maybe, just maybe, a place where a Tuesday afternoon turned into a courtyard day. Recall these memories and experiences that have made us who we are today and will be the root cause for who we are in the future. Never forget that here at Florida State University, you have a home. Class of 2021, congratulations. And as always, and for the rest of our lives, go Noles.
Thank you, Jonathan. You should know that Jonathan graduated yesterday, and he's been our student government president for the last year, navigating through some very difficult issues, as you can imagine, with COVID and all of that. He's been a member of our Board of Trustees, and he will soon commission in the United States Air Force as a fighter pilot. We're so excited for Jonathan and thank him for his service to FSU. So at this point in time, to all of you all, the graduates and others, I usually have the wonderful opportunity of introducing the commencement speaker. And I give a long address about all their accomplishments, but I'm not going to do that tonight because the commencement speaker is me. So it's a little bit daunting, but I've done about 10 of these, and actually did one 20 years ago, so I've had a little practice. The one thing I do know, graduates, is this, that I know I stand between you and your diploma, and so I promise to be brief, but there are a few things I'd like to say to you. Let me start with this. Everybody on this stage and all of the folks at Florida State University are absolutely thrilled, and particularly me, that we're able to gather tonight in person for your graduation. Absolutely. Nothing gives Jean and I more joy than seeing students we've come to know over the years cross the stage in their caps and gowns, having earned and achieved their dreams of a Florida State University degree. And frankly, after the year we've had together, with the sacrifices that you have made, remote learning, virtual events, social distancing, you deserve this celebration. You deserve it. Absolutely. So I say to you, thank you for your resilience, thank you for your patience, thank you for your flexibility, and most importantly, thank you for your hard work. These ceremonies of the class of 2021 will always be extra special for Jean and I for another reason. They're the last that I will preside over as president of Florida State University. Thanks for not applauding for that. Seriously, we all usually think of graduation, a graduation ceremony, as a celebration of ending something. For you, it may be the end of 4 years or more of classes, study sessions, exams, and yes, a little fun. And I've heard from time to time, maybe a little bit too much fun. For me, the ceremony comes near the end of 6.5 years of a job where I have learned something new every single day. The calendar's filled with meetings. My tests come in the form of ever-evolving crises and challenges. And of course, I had a lot of fun too. Like many of you, I enjoyed interacting with some of the best and brightest students in the country, learning from some of the most interesting, smartest, distinguished faculty in the world, and meeting people who have opened my eyes to different points of view and life experiences. I enjoyed Fried Chicken Friday at Swanee Dining Hall. I love fried chicken. I don't know about y'all. I love fried chicken. That's a joke. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You can laugh. You can boo a little. Let me say this, but I also enjoyed your concerts, your art exhibits, cheering on our athletic teams, celebrating your achievements and awards and ceremonies and banquets, and even going to Madison Social a time or two. And I think I saw some of you there, I believe. All of these experiences changed me. I'm not the same person who walked up the steps of Westcott to begin my first day of my presidency in 2014. And I can imagine that when you look back on your first day of Florida State University, the same will be true of you. You're not the same person. Because when we meet new people and learn new things, you look at yourself and the world a little differently. You can't help but grow and evolve. That's the transformative nature of a great university like Florida State. And just as a university has changed us, we've changed the university. We've all left our mark on FSU. So although this ceremony comes as I wind down my time as president, and it signifies the end of your journey toward earning a bachelor's, a master's, a specialist, or a doctoral degree, I'm reminded of the true definition of commencement. It isn't the end, it's the beginning. It's the start of something new. Receiving your diploma marks the commencement of a new chapter in your life, just as I'm about to turn another page in my life. I've had many new beginnings in my life. They've always been a thrilling combination of exhilaration and a little bit of fear. Maybe you're feeling some of that now also. But I've learned a few things over the years that I'd like to share with you. First, I would tell you to have the courage to step into the unknown. Someone once said, there is no failure. Either you learn, either you win, or you learn. That certainly has been true for me. I'm reminded about 30 years ago, I ran for the state legislature. I managed my campaign myself. I didn't win, but I did learn. The next time I hired a campaign manager. Second, I'd tell you this. I think it's more important than just about anything in today's world, and certainly in our nation. Do your part to promote civility wherever people gather. In the classroom, in the workplace, on social media. I know that there will always be those in life whom you will not agree with. Stand up for what you believe in. Stand up for what you believe in. But remember, if you want to be heard, you also have to listen. Think how much better this world would be and how many more problems we could solve if we'd only take the time to truly understand one another. Third, you've had the enormous privilege of receiving an education from one of the best public universities in America. In fact, a top 20 public university in America. And I would tell the families this, Florida State University is now the best four-year graduation rate of any university in the state and one of the top 10 in America. So I tell the graduates this: please give something back. Give something back in recognition of all that has been given to you. Whether that means volunteering in the community, mentoring a student, contributing to a cause that is meaningful to you, or maybe even running for public office. And finally, believe in something bigger than yourself, whatever that means to you. For me, my faith inspires me to always strive for the greater good, to try to serve others, and to find joy in the simplest of things. It strengthens me in the darkest of times and gives me hope that our brightest days are still ahead. None of us know exactly what's in store for us. I can assure you, when I graduated from Florida State University in 1965, no one, including me, thought or even imagined that I would ever be president of this great university. And now, you're ready to graduate. And so a new adventure begins. Wherever your journey takes you, I challenge you to take what you've learned at Florida State University and make the world a better place. Thank you. That's, I believe, what Florida State's prepared you to do, and we need you now more than ever. I know you can do it. I know you will do it. I know this because we are Florida State University. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Thank you very much. This time, I'd like to invite everybody to please rise for the singing of the hymn to the Garnet and Gold. The words will be found on the screen above us. Now my good friend, Mr. Mark Ziegler, has some words.
I'm going to go off the script here for just a second. He mentioned it a minute ago, but this is the last commencement ceremony for President John Thrasher. You are very, very lucky. You have been here through 4 of the most incredible years led by this gentleman right here, and we all need to stand up and thank him. Will you be seated, please? Before we begin with the conferral of academic degrees, we again ask that you stay through the conclusion of the ceremony. I also want to remind our graduates to bring your yellow name cards to the stage when you come forward. You will note that we have provided hand sanitizer as you approach the stage. We encourage you to use this, but please be certain to protect your ID cards from moisture so that your name remains legible. If you are comfortable, you may remove your mask as you walk across the stage. In keeping with CDC safety guidelines and protocol, let's avoid the handshakes and go with the fist and the elbow bumps instead.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And now, as I like to say, let's get ready for the main event, the conferral of academic degrees. For the conferral of the doctoral degrees, I recognize Assistant Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Adrienne Stevenson.
Will the candidates for doctoral degrees please rise? Oh, there it is. Okay. Mr. President, I have the honor on behalf of the graduate faculty of the Florida State University to present the candidates for the doctoral degree.
Let me say this, we only have a few tonight, but we've had, as you probably know, 11 of these ceremonies. So they've been spread out over the 11 ceremonies instead of just a few that we have. But we're always honored to have these incredible, gifted folks with us. So by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Florida Board of Governors and Florida State University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the appropriate doctoral degree for which you have qualified. We extend to you our heartiest congratulations. And now that the doctoral degrees have been conferred, will the recipients please come forward and be recognized?
Will Dean Larry Dennis of the College of Communication and Information please come forward? Haney Alsalmi, Doctor of Philosophy and Information. Svetlana Urashinsky, Doctor of Philosophy and Communication.
And for the conferral of master's degrees, I again recognize Dean Stevenson from the Graduate School.
Will the candidates for the master's and specialist degrees please rise? Mr. President, I have the honor on behalf of the graduate faculty of Florida State University to present the candidates for the master's and specialist degrees.
Thank you, Dean Stevenson. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Florida Board of Governors and the Florida State University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the appropriate degree which you have qualified, whether the master's or specialist. We extend to you our heartiest congratulations. And now that the master's and specialist degrees have been conferred, will the recipients please come forward so they can be recognized?
Will Dean Larry Dennis of the College of Communication and Information please come forward? Aluwakayodi Aluwatosin Adagabai. Darley Altanor. Nashia Kieja Baker. Javier Barzaga. Elizabeth May Bennett. Cherie Bergman. Caitlin Bludahl. Samantha Nicole Caldwell. Caroline Regina Kale. Christian Chambliss. Alec Robert Chrysler. Irma D. Clem. Jared Cribbs. Alora Lee Cummings. Kaylee Damiar. Faith Allison Dell. Angela Donahue. Christina Ruth Graves. Nicola Sabine Hellman McFarland. Natalia Lauren Hernandez. Carrington Lee Hill. Peyton Nicole Kelgar. Beth McKinley. Darius McQueen. Alex Michael Morschbacher. Cassandra Marie Nicholas. Carolina Perez. Veronica Cheyenne Rushton. Marvin Oswald Roland Smith. Forrest Matthew Stegelum. Dana Sterneman. Miranda Torres. Avery Carson Tyler. Elizabeth Kano Uchimura. Elise Andrea Volker. Kamalisa White. Kizha Zhang. Will Dean James Clark of the College of Social Work please come forward? Catherine Ann Alexander. Mariam Faith Archer. Rachel Arcuri. Roosevelt Lee Badger Jr. Vanessa Bain. Jonathan Michael Balcar. Rosalie Beauchamp. Caitlin DeMille Bergeman. Demetria Blassingame. Kamisha Elizabeth Bostic. Brittany Ann Brearley. Benny Benita Brown. Jasmine Keisha Brown. Catherine Anna Berzinski. Samantha Fagan Carlson. Catherine Elizabeth Carter. Lisa Xavier. Kaylee M. Clark. Taryn Craig Woodyard. Eunice Cruz. Sophia Melissa Cruz Perez. Nicole Catherine Compton. Kishana Nicole Davis. Alejandra Danielle De Leon. Loida De Leon. Monica Teresa Flowers. Hannah Fox. Lauren Taylor Franson. Tiffany Nicole Gaines. Grace Helene Garrett. Jessica Green. Andrea Lene Griffin, Rachel Lauren Hernandez, Lauren Herod, Raven James, Rachel Danielle Jensen, Lisa Ann Johnson, Clydette Melinda Kearney, Morgan May Kinney, Hannah Grace Kinnan, Charis Lorette, Kimberly M. Little, Gabriela Lopez, Veronica Lugo, Melissa Lynn Maddox Reeves, Jody Ann Mancini, Alexis Martinez, Antoinette Latoya Nelson, Sarah Lynn Newman, Holly Renee Nicholson, Amber Parker, Jessica Denise Perry, Christine Posada, Lourdes Ramos, Brianna K. Ratkowitz, Yesenia Isabel Reyes, Gina Christine Rogers, Kevin Rushforth, Julie J. Shuck, Kimberly Sims, Beverly Eileen Stewart, Catherine Tejeda, Brianna Lynn Top, Kelly Touchton, Kayla Nicole Toll, Monica Turner, Kenethia Latrice Vale, Sarah Withers, Sydney Marie Wagner, Dana Lee White, Marion Claire Wood, Talala Khan,
Let's give them all a big hand, absolutely. Absolutely. And now I recognize Associate Dean Annette Schwabe for the conferral of bachelor's degrees.
Will the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Social Work please stand? Mr. President, I have the honor on behalf of the faculty of the Florida State University to present these candidates for degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Social Work.
Thank you, Dean. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Florida Board of Governors and the Florida State University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the appropriate degree for which you have qualified, whether the Bachelor of Arts, the Bachelor of Science, or the Bachelor of Social Work. We extend to you our heartiest congratulations, and you may now change your tassels from right to left. And now that the bachelor's degrees have been conferred, will the candidates please come forward so we can recognize you and congratulate you individually.
Will Dean Larry Dennis of the College of Communication and Information please come forward? Alexandria Gabrielle Oblaya. Nicole Marie Abweed. Devonte Anthony Aird. Natalie Maria Alexander. Abby Jeanette Allen. Jessica Lee Allen. Emma Lee Allison. Jacob Daniel Applebaum. Alexandra Ehrentalk. Alexandra Isabel Armbrust. Brian Alexander Asensio. Anna Marie Barger. Aaron Michael Ballman. Lauren Elizabeth Bell. Mariah Grace Bell. Gabriella Lynn Bellamy. Catherine Ann Bernicke. Natalie Lynn Birch. Rachel Michelle Bistani. Natalie Ann Bitts. Peyton Blair. Alexander Hunter Blanchette. Hannah Noel Blevins. Lexi Mariah Babrau. Lily Annalise Baudelaire. Abigail Elizabeth Bolger. Lexi Renee Francis Boynes. Brooke Elizabeth Brennan. Danielle Marie Brewer. Constance Maya Bresden. Kylie Bringola. Catherine Grace Brockett. Erica Danielle Brooks. Julia Alexandra Burt. Gia Basacco. Connor Asmundo Canigal. Christina Renee Camastra. Maurice Allen Chanel. Kristen Gail Chase. Karina Alexandra Chavez. Francisca G. Chinchilla. Cameron Nicole Chisholm. Justin Charles Chukasizian. Annabelle Koala. Nicole Addison Cobble. Taylor Morgan Cohen. Jessica Colgrove. Anthony Consugra. Caitlin Copedge. Catalina Correa. Rachel Elizabeth Corey. Summer Cortez. Reed Joshua Kovitz. Isabella Emmaus Kring. Carlton Jane Crisafulli. Alessandra Cruz. Carlos Andres Cruz. Olin Bradford Cunningham III. Bridget David. Austin Mitchell Davis. Mayla Meyer de Bonville. Alexandra Rose de Capua. Shay Alexandra Deegan. Gabriela Johanna Dino. Christian Jose Diaz. Christopher Joseph Dirtle. Hannah Marie Dietz. Lauren Catherine Dinsmore. Sophia Juliette Doribo. Alicia Lynn Dudek. Bridget Renee Degnan. Gabrielle Patrice Dunlap. Lauren Carolyn Ellington. Tatum Nicole Ellington. Abigail Ellis. Kinley Emerson. Noah Taylor Engelker. Charlie Joanna Engel. Isabella Escobar Osorio. Anthony Alexander Fernandez. Monica Beatrice Ferrer. Christian Lee Fessler. Emma Suzanne Filderman. Brooke Ashley Fitzgerald. Alexa Flores, Callista D. Flores, Jonathan Alexander Flores, Sean Robert Flynn, Megan Elizabeth Fox, Alyssa Ashley Frank, Meredith Ann Freeman, Sarah Funmayer, Kayla Marisol Gallagher, Mary Kaylin Gertie, Eviana Giannopoulos, Grant Gibbs, Emily Rose Gimbel, Abby Jean Gimson, Mallory Margaret Glaser, Jacob Garcia, Megan Brooke Goldberg, Samuel Emilio Gonzalez, Ashley Ellen Good, Jacob Goodrich, Emily Rachel Gordon, Jake Ferris Goria, Kira Daphne Green, Christopher William Gregor, Mariah Greiner, Noah Grossman, Sydney Marie Grossman, Sophia Victoria Giasola, George Guzman, Zachary Allen Corwin Hall, Molly Carol Hampton, Shannon Isabel Hancock, Molly Barry Hauser, Megan Hawk, Sarah Michelle Henriksen, Samantha Lee Hill, Emily Rose Hitchcock, Emily K. Hoffberger, Sydney Jordan Hoffberger, Jacqueline Hathaway, Danielle Rose Hovsepian, Cecilia Jean Howard, Gabriella Ray Howard, Michael James Howell, Isabel Antoinette Ayanata, Jeremy B. Jackson, Shayna Megan Janis, Victoria Jardine, Benjamin Osborne Ralph Johnson, Madeline Leah Johnson, Jatera Jones, Kendall Nicole Jones, Micah Vaughn Joyner, Madison Lee Josa, Jacob Kachur, Alexa Kayla Kaufman, Nicole Irene Kelly, Laura Gillette Karitsis, Shirin Kambalia, Jake Michael Kimball, Aaron Brooke Kinzer, Jacqueline Lee Kissick, Grace Kathleen Klein, Samantha Ann Klubchak, Cassandra Rose Knopp, Hope Catherine Nepper, Max William Kolstedt, Kendall Nicole Kushner, Karina Lego, Madison Lavelle, Stephen Joseph LeBouf, Jenna Laval, Rachel Sammy Levenbaum, Joshua Michael Lyles, Christopher Scott Link, Rebecca Noel Livingstone, Emily Catherine Logan, Duncan Mark Lopatine, Christopher Metcalf Buckley, Zachary Raymond Harrison, Savannah Alexa Tazi, Alyssa Catherine McLean, Paxton Perry, Paige Ray Lavelle, Sarah Joy Lupshin, Kara Louise Lynch, Leslie Maldonado, Jordan Lynn Manicky, Catherine Marie Manning, Alejandro Rene Maradiaga, Giselle Marie Morel Martin, Lauren Kelly Martin, Francisco Javier Martinez Calderon, Joanne Morissette, Elizabeth Ann McCurdy, Holly Ruth McDowell, Andrew Jarrett McGill, Molly McKee, Shannon Michelle McWaters, Tiffany D. Medina, Gina Marie Mindella, Emma Metzler, Hope Solshine Meyer, Elizabeth Ann Michelson, Eric Allen Mitchell, Sarah Ann Meisen Halperin, Carter Montgomery, Emma Michelle Moose, Valeria Samantha Morales, Kaylee Nicole Morins, Jessica Lee Moschette, Riley Moore, Sophie Nelson, Ryan Christopher Nelson, Chase Harrison Nevitt, Brianna Ivy Newberg, Kelly Elise Newbro, Troy Robert Noble, Lydia Klaus Nord, Victor Forrest Ogden Villar, Lauren Michelle Olmstead, Emily Nicole Orama, Julia Rose Padavona, Faith Elizabeth Paget, Andrew Knowles Pinelli, Michael Paul Pedersen, Sydney Michelle Peters, Morgan Alexis Pina, Lexi Elizabeth Pitson, Carly Suzanne Plata, Emily Plath, Naisha Donche Callaway, Max Poorman, Olivia Marie Porcaro, Alexis Andrea Poulos, Amanda Prozeralik, Samuel Carson Puritz, Grace Ricadio, Jennifer Michelle Ralph, Miguel Eduardo Ramos, Olivia L. Renali, Susan Raybuck, Lauren Micah Reddy, Colin James Riley, Molly Elizabeth Reinking, Lauren Elizabeth Revsbeck, Julia Marie Riccio, Shannon Elizabeth Richards, Anna Michelle Rivera, Sky Lauren Rivera, Morgan Lee Roberts, Christina Mary Rodriguez, Maria Veronica Rodriguez, Forrest Paul Roy, Kamarandeep Sandhu, Erica Rose Sager, Brianna Nicole Sandoval, Kimberly Sapp, Emily O'Neill Sarnowski, Dana Sardina, Laura Michelle Sayer, Sydney Lee Sawyer, Alexandra May Savage, Andrew James Schmoyer, Sarah Scanlon, Mackenzie Schaffer, Ashley Marie Seraphin, Cameron Reed Schroeder, Camille Christine Shatler, James Raymond Shashati, Lauren Christine Shanks, Jaden Rose Slavens, Sarah Rose Skoronsky, Kendall Marie Singer, Jorge Marcelo Suarez Paulino, Josie Elizabeth Smith, Jaya Marie Smith, Christopher Paul Rogelio Sotolongo, Kayla E. Saucy, Matthew Benjamin Solomon, Noah Taylor Statlander, Samantha Steinberg, Madison Kayla Steinman, Ian David Stevenson, Sarah Lynn Stevens, Natasha Lee Stewart, Matthew Evan Stoklosa, Trevor Schwartzman, Sophie Sweeney, Lindsay Rose Talkington, Bradley Robert Taylor, Lindsay Melissa Taylor, Elizabeth Teef, Isabella Jamie Thompson, Anthony Threlfall, Savannah Tyndall, Delmi Sarase Torres, Lawrence Valentino Torres Lechnik, Peyton Ashley Trineri, Carolina Gita, Colin David Turner, Brandon Preston Urbina, Christian Angelo Wee, Catherine Marie Vestano, Callie Sarah Vaughn, Anna Rose Ville, Lauren Grace Viola, Catherine Marie Vornevel, Brooke Ann Wadsworth, Jack Thomas Waitrovich, Michael Walsh, Lily I. Wall, Jenna Elizabeth Ward, Abigail Watford, Jessica Marie Weisensale, Madison Elena White, Shannon Francis Wickman, Jacob Nathaniel Wysinski, Julia Williams, Alexander Elliott Wilson, Megan Elizabeth Wilson, Victoria Ann Whitmire, Anna Wood, Rihanna Whitner, David Williams, Madeline May Young, Jessica Leah Zai, will Dean James Clark of the College of Social Work please come forward? Brittany Nicole Acuna, Margarita Marilyn Amado Blanco, Priscilla Angeles, Samantha Ayers, Grace Catherine Berg, Hannah Marie Broadwell, Amanda Cohen, Samuel Creamer, Barbara Gretchen Crutchfield, Olivia Grace Deese, Kayla Michelle Dover, Mackenzie Dale Felmet, Naomi Della Caridad Fu, Shayna Marie Gamble, Jacob C. Garcia, Jamie Alejandra Garcia, Emily Michelle George, Raina Paige Gluck, Jalen Gonzalez, Silas Sisay Griffith, Hannah Grace Hall, Lauren Nicole Henderson, Jonathan Andrew Black, Emily Renee Hudson, Shayla Eliza Jeffrey, Gabrielle Caroline Kinney, Carly Autumn King, Megan Duncan Lawler, Samantha Laval, Julian Levy, Luke Robert Lewis, Sasha Martin, Sierra Marie Mendez, Shelby Dale Merlaw, Grace Erin Murphy, Taylor R. O'Brien, Hope Phillips, Lindsay Taylor Rife, Daisha Rakisha Lynn Roberts, Lauren Elise Roberts. Priscilla Krishana Roberts. Emmanuel Gabriel Rutsis. Julia Megan Rug. Emily Marie Schulte. Shannon Marie Shannon. Nancy Maribel Sierra. Ashley Davis Spivey. Caitlin Marie Spring. Rachel Ellen Statchler. Sophia Gabriela Torres. Sarah Elizabeth Vernon. Virginia Lee Watkins. Ellison Grace Winfrey. Jaylene S. Lally.
Let's give another big round of congratulations. So congratulations again to all of you. We are pleased to welcome you as alumni to Florida State University. As you leave Florida State, I want to remind each of you that you will always, always be a Seminole. We want you to consider this campus as your home, and I'd like you to encourage you to stay in touch. I want to thank all the folks who make this event possible. It takes a lot of work, a lot of energy for a lot of people. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mark Ziegler and James Hunt. Incredible job. Platform party is going to recess, and we ask the graduates to please keep their seats, and once we recess out, to please exit toward the rear of the hall. The recessional, as I said, will be led by the platform party. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you, families. Thank you very much. God bless you. Go Noles. Go Noles.